We are so excited.
I know.
And we know why, because we haven't seen each other.
We're like in withdrawal.
Literally, we haven't seen each other. I mean, it's been like, and then we wrote like, we just know. We just know. We, not that we're trying to keep it on the show, was the first time I thought, hello. I did put this out everywhere. I think you saw like last minute, like tap, folks, jump on in everywhere.
Yep, because we're only doing the tube tonight.
Yes, we're on, because that was just like,
that was the plan all along, but
it always was. But it was fun. Hi, Julie. So it was super fun when we did it. But then when they blocked us, I was like, And honestly, Lorenda, I have a feeling, and we already know this, you and I, that because of the takeover, they're, and that happens when we just, those men are not going to like us and our content. So we're going to just do what we do here. Yeah. So good to see you guys. Oh my gosh. Hi, everybody. Welcome in. Thank you for being here. So excited to be streaming with you, Lorenda.
No, well, and we were just talking about how like I had things going on last week. So this is the first time you and I even talked to each other.
This is the first time we've talked to each other in 10 days, which is unheard of for us. Unheard of. We never do that. It's thank God we have Tuesday morning to like catch up reels. So anyway, it's so good to be with everybody. So Lorenda, and also welcome everyone who's watching us on the replay. This is my dear friend, Lorenda Carr, psychic, medium, mentor, and also past life regressionist, QHHT extraordinaire, also regressionist, same thing. Just like to explain that. Also, you do multidimensional healing, and your friend to me. Which is kind of the most important.
And then you do all the things too. You're a Magdalene priestess. You're a medium. You have a whole freaking school.
Oh my God, dude. Well, we both love learning because we believe in education. Natalie, welcome in. Hello, friends. Welcome in. So excited. Thank you for saying hello. If you're here, please say hello. We'd love to chat with you guys. Also, be sure to share it with friends if you think anyone would love this content. I know I would. I know I would. So why don't we jump in, my love? And so tell us what you've been up to as far as your channeling work, because there's been so much going on. And then we'll move into, we're going to do some wonderful trance channeling tonight. So we're excited to do that with all of you.
Yes. So, well, I just finished up week 2 with my trance mediumship workshop. So
yay.
So we have 2 more weeks left. And I tell you what, so this was the first week we did actual trance channeling. Every single person in the class brought through one of their guides.
I love it.
It was only one. One of them had me teared up.
Oh, you?
I know.
Wow.
I know. And yeah, brought through this person who may or may not be in this room right now.
Wow.
Said, well, I'm going to bring, I have a guide named Mary. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So what kind of guide? She's like, teacher. I'm like, right on, let's go.
Oh my gosh.
It was Mary Magdalene, master teacher energy.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm just getting choked up
I can't wait to hear about like what came through in that whole situation.
I know. It was yummy stuff, of course. Because you know how the guides are. The masters come through and they just tell us amazing, cool things. And which, by the way, when you and I do this show, our little twice a month thing, we have no idea who's going to come through until there. Mm-hmm. And they do such an amazing job of bringing messages to the collective, like whoever's watching, whoever needs it in that moment.
Yeah.
Who needs to watch it in that moment. Like, and it's been incredible. And if you really listen to what these deities, these gods, these goddesses, whoever, the master teachers are coming through to talk, they're just giving freely and lovingly all this.
Yeah, that's right.
Telling us, hey, and they're kind of real. They're kind of real with saying stuff like, it's not going to be easy for a while.
Yeah.
It's going to be tougher. And yes, you did choose this. You chose to do this time right now. And you're here to help heal. And I'm like, listen,
Yeah.
Have the, but I want to be on vacation all the time lifetime.
Yeah, there is a thing, I'll tell you, that's called a holiday lifetime in the training I'm doing for the I would say the evolutionary manifestation Akashic Records training I just finished, that some people do have a holiday lifetime. They take a break.
Yeah. And they talk about that in the QHHT also. We call them digging potatoes lifetimes, where you're just resting. And I've actually come across that before with my clients who don't know those things exist. They're thinking they're just going to have all these amazing lives and all these fantastical stories. But sometimes they're just two people, maybe someone that they were connected to in a past life that they're connected to now. And they are not doing any, like, they're just living an everyday normal life. But they chose to make it an easy life because maybe their life before. And actually, I had that happen once to myself when I was in hypnosis, exploring past lives. My higher self, the person that had me in hypnosis, was like, "Whoa." But talking to my higher self, and it said something about, we can't show her that lifetime right now.
Right.
It'd be too triggering.
Yeah, I hear that.
But just so you know, this lifetime that we showed her, this particular lifetime, actually was good. It was joyful, good family. She needs to see that is possible.
Yep.
What that looks like and what that feels like. So she can embody that now. But the lifetime prior, she chose that because the lifetime prior was so horrendous.
Yes, I know it. And it is, because if you think about it from a karmic standpoint, from your energetic frequency, your template, from your aura, even though things don't necessarily, we know, go in linear order, you need to have a life when you rebalance and recalibrate. And because it's sort of like taking a breath and going in the shallow end for a couple cycles. And if you look at that cyclically, right, we understand that. Go ahead.
My favorite thing is when people say things like, "Oh, this is the last time I'm coming." Like,
I was like that. As soon as you say that, you're coming back. You might as well just say, "I'm coming back." Yes, because if honestly, you're in resistance. So already right there, bam. When people say that, I'm also like, this, you are lucky you're here. This is
an honor.
This is an honor.
It's an honor to have all these lessons. And while they're not always comfortable and they're not always fun and we cry a lot, it is honestly, it's a privilege to be able to learn these lessons and to be surrounded by people and to just be in this experience.
Yeah, I totally agree. Go ahead. Do you
have to have a battery when you do trance? You don't have to. I think it depends on who you're bringing through, I think it depends on
your level of experience, maybe. Do you think?
Yeah, because
I think you have a little time under your belt, right? I think we'd probably say that.
But even you and I witnessed, and Regina was there. We witnessed, even Glenda has a battery, and she's probably one of the most powerful trance mediums I know.
Oh, for sure.
So I don't think it's required, but I think it makes it easier.
Yeah.
I think just because I can share, if we can share our own energy just to facilitate that exchange with spirit, I think it makes a big difference.
Anyway. If you don't mind, I'm going to touch back on what you were saying, which I love the conversation so much about the masters coming through and the guides. And it's really interesting today when I was getting ready for today. One of the things that I was getting from the guides was, it's so great to be in teaching and explaining this, but we really want to bring our messages through. Like they literally, I was like, okay, I think it's like, okay, good. We love that you're sharing what you're doing, but the main thing is bringing through the consciousness and the teachings.
Yeah.
And it's because we're meeting regularly now. So they're edging their way in there of like, okay, what they want to get across, what they want to bring us into. And it'll be interesting to see, because now that we'll pick it up at a good clip, like tends to happen, like how that's going to form. It's going to be very interesting to see if we end up having maybe some specific guides come through. Well, you know what I was telling you, which is crazy and so awesome, that before I came on today, and actually, so last week I did a recording where it's a reading here on my YouTube channel where I channeled a message from Yeshua and Mary Magdalene together, but I wasn't bringing them through. I was tapping in, and it was very spontaneous. Well, they had come to me when I was meditating, and then I saw him, and then I saw her, and I said, okay, this makes sense. And then today, before I got on, Mary Magdalene said, okay, I'm going to come through. And as you know, for her and the relationship I have with her. And it'll be interesting to see, because she came through for you. She's coming through again. So it'll be interesting to see what she comes through. And I have to tell you, I'll tell you more about this Tuesday when I see you, but I am going into doing another priestess training. I'm committing to another 13-month program. It's
your programs.
That's part of being a priestess, though. What I'm realizing is that authentication of you holding that vessel, of that chalice, that some of these priestesses train for 3 or 4 years, like holding the frequency, which I wasn't expecting to. But then a couple days ago, when I went onto this website, this one, she's a master priestess that my mentor trained with. I sort of thought, she's a Miraphor. That makes sense. I'll tell you about that in a second. And she's been doing it for 40 years. And so she's combined with this other priestess program called the 13 Moons. And then it's this whole other thing, but they have so much, they've got the chops. They know how to hold the structure of these programs. Then that's what I'm doing. So I was like, okay, we'll see. So I'll tell you more about that Tuesday. That's exciting. So.
Yeah, I love that. I have no classes on my docket right now.
That's good.
Just because
then the good thing about this is only like a couple times a month. It's not, it's something I can handle. And and I'll tell you about the other part later too. They have a way that they have a whole structure that you can do self-paced about how to hold sacred space and doing circles as a priestess and being a temple keeper and all the things that I need. So it's twofold. So it'll be good. Anyway, so that makes sense to me for Mary Magdalene, because she's part of their program too. Big part. So for many of us. So,
very cool. Well,
wow.
I'm excited. I feel like I don't know who is coming by, but it's funny because I can feel my energy shifting.
I know.
And you are too, because your eyeballs are all over the place.
I know. And I was you can always tell because my words get messed up.
Yes. And you'll start stuttering a little bit. And
I can't find my words. How many people do we have in the room now? I have no idea about us.
Well, that's like practically
12. That's incredible. I'm so excited to have all you guys here. So how do you feel? Do you want to go first?
No, I'm still.
I can see your face. I can always tell when you're like, give me a minute. I need a human moment, please, and thank you very much.
Yeah, I've had a really good, relaxing day.
So glad.
And
you needed it.
I had a friend come over and just hang out on the deck with me. My deck.
I know. I'm so in love with it. With my olive. You were with my olive branch. Love it.
Of course. Love, olive.
Aw, we love
olive. At the family get together. Oh, I love it.
Oh, hi family. They're all going to be like, what are those ladies doing?
I love it. And then
hello, Anna. Oh my God, hilarious. I love that song. Welcome in, everybody. We're just about to jump in and get started with some channeling. So I know you always ask me the best questions when I channel, so I don't need to do anything. I just need to tap in and see what we got.
Yeah,
because I was already
you kind of had a feeling about who was coming in, but
this is I haven't channeled her publicly, so this will be interesting. I've only channeled her in my own space and then sort of brought through messages of what she's told me in this way. So this will be fun.
I'm
All right.
excited.
Okay, honey. So this is definitely Mary Magdalene. And it's so interesting because if you didn't hear what Lorenda was just saying, is that Lorenda also had in her own trance class that she's teaching, someone brought through Mary Magdalene. Was the message for you too, Lorenda, specifically?
It was for us collectively. And also how I can better help my person, the person who was channeling, because it was a class. Because that's something I try to ask, like, okay, how can I better help this particular student? Or what can we do as students in this trance space of learning? What would you recommend? What would you recommend each of us do? Or what can we do differently? Or how can I as a teacher be a better teacher?
Wow.
How can the person channel, the medium, do better?
Wow.
And so so that's where we were with on Friday, because we were bringing through our guides, like, how can we best help?
It's amazing. Okay, beautiful. I won't ask any more questions because I'm going, oh wow,
you're already
I'm becoming her, so I don't want. Okay, let me go blend. Let me leave. So I'll see you on the other side. Okay.
I'll be here.
Okay.
I'll be here. Oh.
My place of entry is always through the heart chakra. Let us begin. A moment, please. We've waited so long to be able to prepare for this moment with you and Lorenda, you and also the medium to be together. What a beautiful moment for everyone. We're so glad that everyone is here and class is in session. As you know, my name is Mary Magdalene. You can also call me Miriam. So whichever you prefer is totally fine with me, and whatever vibration you feel fits you the most. So whatever feels the most familiar, you may call me by any of those names. Would that work for you, Lorenda?
Absolutely. And welcome. Thank you. I'm so honored to have you here and to be able to be chatting with you and learning from you today. I can't wait to hear what you're bringing through as a message for us.
Thank you. So let's speak about the heart, the space of the heart. You know, many people say, bless your heart. You have heart. And what we know is that many of us are disconnected from our heart spaces. And this is a place right now of fragility, of inner access to what you call trauma, disturbances, and links to the past. So as you're coming into frequency with divine love, your own divinity, you will start to notice the aches in your own heart space, the wounding. And this is a place really where the sacred feminine, the goddesses, as it were, can come in and help you reestablish and anchor who you are into this lifetime. Does that make sense to you, Lorenda?
It does. It does. Thank you.
You're welcome. So as you gather together in sacred circle with other souls that you're working with, you really want to come into coherence. So what that would look like is that you gather together in the beginning of any spiritual working or session, and you make note that you are all coming together in that moment, in that session. And this is what priestesses would do, is that we come into coherence. We allow the energy and the vibration of the heart channel to connect each of us. When we do this, no one is left behind. Everyone is seen. Does that make sense to you?
It does. It does. I'm fascinated by this because I know that when I connect to do mental mediumship, for instance, and I call in a guide or a loved one, we connect mental mind as well as heart space. But it never occurred to me to invite the class or the others that I would be with to connect also heart space. Is this what you're speaking of?
Yes. So as it were, many of us as priestesses, when we gather together to do any type of ceremonial, teaching, or healing work, the first thing we do is acknowledge the soul in each other, and then we connect the heart space of everyone inside of the room. So that way we are all in coherence. This one would know this because of doing priestess work with the Magdalens. But this is Magdalens are really anyone who feels the connection with the energy of the rose, which is divine love, the sacred feminine. So think about it from this perspective. Anytime when you are doing this type of work, when you are connecting, when you are channeling, when you are offering a space of healing, of development, coming together first in the heart space, acknowledging the soul, it helps many people to release and get more reacquainted with their authentic nature. It's a traditional ritual that is done during ceremony and often when we are preparing the space for transformational work. Does that make sense?
It does. Yes, absolutely.
Very good. Very good. Now, I understand you probably have questions. I'm very pleased to be able to speak to you today. So please feel free to open up the space and allow yourself to bring through whatever questions come through your heart space, Lorenda.
Thank you. I'm just trying to take it all in, and I'm going to invite the people who are watching to also ask their questions.
Very good.
Is there anything that we can do that would help us prepare our own vessels prior to connecting our heart space to others? Because I think there might be trepidation on the part of other people connecting their own energy to someone else's. So
yes.
What can we do to help protect ourselves or feel safe before connecting to others? What can we do?
Yes. So this is very important because sacred space is something that you agree to. And this would be more for the courses that possibly are over 4 weeks in length. So when you're first getting to know your students or the people you're working with, this is something they have to get comfortable with and feel safe with, and obviously begin to agree to. And so what you're doing when you are saying to your students or your group that you are going to be working from this framework of the heart space, you are letting people know the benefits of working at this frequency. Because what happens often in spiritual centers and in groups is that people go into more of their psychology and their analytical mind as opposed to synchronizing their bodies and their hearts as well. So letting them know ahead of time that part of the healing journey, whether you're developing your abilities or your channeling gifts or whatever you're working on for an extended period of time, letting them know this is part of creating sacred space. And this is definitely something that does have those participants begin to feel more intimate with those they're connected to, but also letting people know that it's a holy space, a sacred space. And so this is part of the transformation. I will let you know, though, this will quickly identify who your true students are and who your students are not yet to be, because being in alignment with the truth of the heart center differentiates those that are ready to really access those deeper realms of love and those that may need more time to process. So it would probably be likely you would do this in a space where you would hold a container for at least 4 weeks. I hope that is clear to you.
That does make a lot more sense than just having a group of all brand new people that don't quite know each other or feel comfortable, but give that time to understand each other's energy a little bit better and understand the intentions.
Yes.
For sharing that energetic space. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yes. And also sometimes you would even want to think about hosting possibly one workshop where you're learning to comfortably open your heart space. So this would be some work that's done, although people would have to see if they feel comfortable or not. But this can be done, say, for example, if you're saying we are working on opening the heart chakra in a workshop. In that case, they would be doing this type of connecting work, but able to process it personally without being forced to communicate their experience. It is a good way, and I will really let you know many souls are needing to come through in this way. They want to be able to connect on a deeper level with other sisters and other people on the path. And this is a way of creating an intimacy in a spiritual community, safety, and sovereignty.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you so much. I do have a question from someone who was watching.
Thank you.
She's asking, how do we stay connected to our heart space when the world feels crazy or out of control?
We really understand this, and we have great reverence and respect for the enormity of this challenge in the physical body, in the third dimension. And this is why you want to access us as goddesses and the heart-centered goddesses and deities you work with, knowing you can tune into the channel regularly of this frequency. This would be helpful for you to then call upon us. And that's why we, as divine feminine and leaders, are coming forth, so you can understand what that stabilizing energy is like. And this is often why you see some of your mentors connecting regularly with their master teachers, the goddesses, or the entities they work with, so they can understand the frequency. To be expected to do it on your own is an enormous feat. And so asking regularly for that shelter, that connection, and the strength of that transformational energy is a very large part of this process. So that's why we are coming in so close at the moment. It does require a regular routine of connecting through meditation or intention setting with us or the ones that you work with. I hope this makes sense and is clear to you.
I believe it is, because someone else asked also, is there advice on how to get through this current political environment? Because people are struggling. So I feel like that's so
our message.
regular practice of heart center. And I think, would you agree that just tuning in and being aware of your heart space is, whether you have the rituals or not, but when you're feeling overwhelmed, would you say that just tuning into your heart space and asking yourself to invite in unconditional love?
Yes, we love all these types of things. And we are seeding each of you with that aspect within. All it takes is one breath, one intention, one moment, a sliver of time to just open the window. As soon as you open the window, the energy will appear in your heart center, and it becomes a regular routine and practice, much like riding a bicycle, swimming, cooking, walking, breathing. You can imbue that into the center of your heart.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Yes. Someone else had commented that they have a hard time continuing that heart space connection to someone if the trust has been broken. How would you suggest getting through something like that? If you are connected to someone and you feel drawn and connected through the heart space, and then there's a trust that is broken for whatever reason, intentional or unintentional, then how do you suggest navigating through that in your career?
That's a very difficult, challenging aspect of being in the human experience, isn't it? Mm-hmm. I want to refer back to the initial conversation about connecting with a group of soul-searching folk. So one thing that's happening, first of all, when you're creating sacred safe space, is you've all consciously made an agreement that you'll be at that comfortable frequency, that everyone adheres to the rules of engagement. So what that means is that you have safe space, you have confidentiality, you have a sense of care, trust, and non-judgment. So that's a different thing entirely than when you've been connected to someone in the heart center and they disappoint you or they break that trust. This is when you must protect yourself and have dominion over your own sanctuary, which is your heart. You may need to close the door and walk away and reevaluate. Being in your heart does not mean that you get hurt. Notice which letters are exchanged when that happens with E, A, and then U. If you're hurt, you have to focus on yourself. I hope that makes sense.
That does. Yes. Thank you.
Yes.
So the other day, so last week, when I was working at Camp Chesterfield, you had come through, not in a trance way, because that's not allowed in that particular space.
Yes.
But you were giving amazing advice on transmuting energy through, and actually, I believe you even brought up the heart space, but doing healing work in a feeling way and transmuting energy from when you're working with other people to heal them or to facilitate a healing. What could you expand or speak on that a bit?
I would be happy to. And thank you for acknowledging the working we did together earlier. That was wonderful, wasn't it?
It was. It was fascinating, and because you had never come through to me that way before. So that it was wonderful.
So one thing I would like to talk to you about is the art of transmutation through the physical body and the energy field. This is something that ancient priestesses have done for millennia, as you say. So what we know about this is we move energy through our bodies like a vessel, and we are connected, of course, to the earth and also to Father Sky above. So we work with this sometimes, as you would know, Lorenda, even through dance, through movement, through chakra clearing. And then we also use our hands to channel energy, much like you do when you're doing frequency work. So part of what happens when many of you know, if you're doing the forms of healing that you do, you'll notice that the hand movement, the body movement, and the shaking and the motions that are done is part of alchemizing energy from one form to the next. We also do other types of laying on of hands and invocations, and we use, as Carey would say, the scent, the smells. There's many ways that we use our senses and our energy to move energy from one state to the next. The main thing we learn not to do is to hold on to energy and to let it block and stop us. It's a little bit of what you say is hot potato. You keep moving the energy so it doesn't land inside of you and hold itself as a malignancy inside of your aura and your energy field and your physical body, especially in the womb space. In temple work, we understand that we have a sacred vessel, which is in our wombs, and priestesses do a lot in that space because it's the second chakra, as you know, is first of all a holy space, but is also a very creative space. And so by being able to take things in, even sometimes on a sensual level, we actually learn to then contort it and change it and move it through us to something else. It's learning how to move and activate the body, something that you're also very good at, Lorenda. Mm-hmm. So I would say it's being like conscious transformation.
I thank you so much for expanding on that. That was fascinating when I watched back some of the video, because as you know, when we are altered, we don't always remember. So I only got a little bit of that clip. So I'm thankful that you came in and talked more about that. So is there any Is there anything else that you feel like we as the collective could benefit in knowledge that you would like to share? Like what else would you like to tell us?
Yes, thank you so much for allowing us to speak. Now, when I speak of allow us to speak, I do want to say I also represent this Council of Goddesses, which we could say is the Rose Council, but also you can decide how you want to speak. But we do work together in tandem. There are many of us. And so, what we can do as a collective is just learning to keep your energy open to these master teachers, most of whom you would identify with as female, but really they represent the balance of moving through polarities and being able to not have the intensity of what you call the patriarchy on the planet. So being open to how the sacred feminine comes into your life and seeing how to witness it. It might be something as simple as noticing beautiful flowers in your environment, or the smell of perfume, or beautiful music, sensuality. Bringing through this gentle connection in your life is going to be very healing for all of you. Making sure to get out in nature, making sure to clothe yourself in materials that feel good to your physical body. We are moving from a place of being overly stimulated and the nervous systems being racked with fear and disjointedness into a place of soothing and nurturing. So find those ways that you can nurture yourself, that you feed your energy and your soul, and you feel your own sensuality coming back, because sensuality is really bringing back into coherence the different parts of your awareness. And that is what has been lost. And that is what we're coming back to help and do. And many of you are already connected to us as a group, as a tribe, as it were. So continue beseeching us, asking us for anything you feel you need help with, and we will assist you in many ways.
Thank you so much. I'm hoping that when whoever watches this, whether it's in real time or later, that they're able to really take in and understand the wisdom that you are bestowing upon us. And I'm very, very thankful to have you here this evening with us.
Thank you so much for hosting us, and we will gladly come back anytime and visit whenever you need us. You will be hearing from other of the Divine Feminine group as time goes on, because we feel like this is something that has been missing and is coming back to online, as it were. So we hope to infuse this wisdom, graciousness, and a besetting of this in your environment on a consistent basis. Thank you, Lorenda.
Thank you, and many, many blessings to you. And I look forward to working with you and talking with you again in the future.
Thank you. Aho Ashe. Amen. Wow. Wow. Wasn't expecting that. Okay, let me close the door because the dog came in. I was like, I heard that. I was like, I can't even. Okay, hang on. Just a second. Oh, goodness. Okay, here we go. Okay. Wow. So how was that?
I mean, it was okay. Whatever. It was beautiful. First of all, transfiguration, which we are old pros at this, but for those of you who are just now watching or have never watched this, you see the energetic transfiguration, how Mary Magdalene stepped in, and because like when the second Carey and I got online, we were like,
I know, because we haven't seen each other.
There's nothing calm about us and sharing a space.
No.
So the transfiguration was there, the tone. I find it fascinating. She's very much in teacher mode coming through you, because came through. Well, for me, I wasn't doing trance channeling with her. I was feeling her and getting messages and downloads from her, and I could feel her energy shifting around me.
Yeah.
As I'm on stage going, they won't let me do this. I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't do this. Because I think she would have much rather just.
Oh, I'm sure she's an embodier. She's an embodier.
Yes. And with what you were saying, or what she was saying through you, made a lot of sense. Like transmitting that energy and feeling moving through the space of our bodies. So it makes sense that she would want to just be like, move over.
Yeah. She really, I could feel her so much. She reminds me so much of my mentor, actually, which does make sense.
Yeah. And then also having seen her come through a new student, someone who's new at this, and seeing the difference in the energy in her coming through, I think had she come, and I feel it might be intentional because you are like, you're a mentor, you're a studious person. She's going to come through you in a way that makes sense for you also. And where this person, you could tell she was very careful with this other person.
Yeah, which would make so much sense.
Trying not to freak her out, probably.
Yeah.
But let her feel that, the heart. And it's interesting, she talked about, immediately started talking about heart space, and what's fascinating is in class, that's what she talked about.
That's amazing. I love that consistency.
I had not talked about that at all.
And I wasn't in that class.
Mm-mm.
And it does kind of make sense. Why? Well, obviously I think because I'm one of her brides, and I devoted myself to her, so, but I've never channeled her like that. So that was really beautiful. There's going to be a lot of revelations about that. I have a feeling that's going to be something that's going to be happening a lot for me, which does make sense. It's like, because I've been like, how can I connect with her regularly? And I'm like, oh my God, that's it. Yeah. Yeah.
What's interesting is while you were doing that, I kept hearing a name, and like, I don't know your priestess world at all. Like, I don't know any of that stuff right now. I'm like, listen, I'm
yes. Oh, what did you hear? I'm interested.
So I kept hearing an S name like Soline or Soline.
Oh my God. Do you know what she has? There is said to be, she has a daughter with Jesus. Her name is Sarah Amar. Her name is Sarah Amar. Let me look that up. Yes, this is that's why if you go to Scotland, there is a church that has a stained glass. Sarah Tamar is her name.
So I have been to the church in France where
her church,
Saint Sarah. I've been to her church, to that church in France. And that, I don't get all super feely about stuff.
I know. If you were with me, you would though, but
I was overwhelmed with emotion with coming into Saint Sarah's.
Sarah Tamar is according to this, and it's been said for a very long time, Sarah Tamar, and the fact that you were getting her that name coming through is the S name is very interesting.
But I was also hearing like Soline. Also interesting that I have a couple other little nuggets that I'll have to share, but like some other things that happened through the day today that I wasn't really paying attention to, but now all of a sudden is like glaring in my mind.
Was the name Celine?
No, like, I don't know. I was hearing Soline or Soline. So every time I try to change it to something else, they say Soline. And to me, soul, SOL, is sun.
Yeah.
Soline. Yeah. So I'm curious. I was just curious as if there's like, so I'm asking if this is somebody wanting to come in and speak, or if that made sense to you.
Yeah.
I like to know, I kind of like to know who's coming in at least before they start speaking.
Yeah.
And I was like, I wonder if there is a Soline connected to.
Yes.
Also, my dragon is like sitting on my shoulder, like,
ooh.
My dragon's kind of chomping at the bit a bit.
Well, there is a Celine who's a Greek goddess.
But also, no, it's my little dragon's name.
What's his name?
Soline. My big dragon is Olar.
Yeah, I remember that.
But then I I kept feeling like the dragon wings, like, okay, listen, if you want to talk, that's fine.
Yeah.
Just chill out. I'm talking to, Mary Magdalene right now. Know your place, buddy. And then I kept hearing off in the back in the distance, Solene.
Yeah. Wow.
I'm interested to see if Solene, my little dragon, is wanting to come through. I was just more curious. And like, I wonder if Solene is one of the goddesses in your little.
Well, and Mary Magdalene is known to work, although I haven't worked with her in this form, but other people do. She has a dragon tribe. This is something that people have experienced. I've never had that happen, but other people talk about that. So it would be surprising that it's connected to her too, or there's a link.
Interesting.
Other people that work with her as well have that. Talk about her having like the dragon. It's somehow part of the sacred feminine, the whole the lineage thing, supposedly.
Yeah, and you and I talked about that. You just sent me a link and I was like, what? Are you kidding me? That's
yeah.
But I just hadn't had my second dragon had not
come through.
I just felt them in the background.
Mm-hmm.
And interesting. So but I keep getting impressed with the soul, like the sun, something to do with the sun, Solene and the sun. Okay, I'm gonna write this down because now I'm gonna have to do a deep dive later.
All right.
Name Solene, because I feel like she's the one that wants to come through, and she's a feminine.
Well, there is I'm telling you, not that this is it, but there is one who has that name who is one of the Greek goddesses.
Okay.
But we'll see. I mean, let me hang on. Give me a sec and let me do this. Okay. Are you feeling like you're ready to jump in, Mama?
I'm trying to figure out how they want to connect.
Yeah.
If the dragon's wanting to connect, or if this Solene is indeed a goddess wanting to come in and connect.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
You know what I mean? I'm just trying to sort it out.
Yep.
Because there's multiple energies here that I'm picking on.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, Olar would be more than happy to come through.
I just love that name. It just sounds like something, to be honest with you, from like Frozen.
I know, right? And that Olaf was
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Olaf.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Olar's like, no.
That's a no. Yeah, well, whatever, I'm here, however you want to show up, I'm here for you.
Let's see.
Take your time.
Because rule number 1 is the medium's always in control.
And they always know. Yep.
Okay. I'm curious to see how the smaller, like my second dragon, like why they're, I can tell I'm getting ready to go because I can't get my
Yep.
That's
why we're here. We're excited.
Okay. I'm just gonna kind of
just
write in.
Okay.
And we're gonna see if this dragon's name is Solene or if the dragon's only talking about Solene.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like if they're trying to as an evidential kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take a drink. Okay. I can feel Lily adjusting my vibration.
Yeah, I see her.
Yeah, I can feel her. I can feel her. She's not going to come in and talk, but I feel like she's.
Yeah, I can always see her in your face every time just to come. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. So this dragon's not that small. Oh, energetically. All right.
Okay.
Right. Okay. Here she comes. Hello.
Hello, welcome. How are you?
I am well, thank you. I'm trying to understand this form of communication as I have not done this before.
Yes, take your time. I'm here to support anything you need.
I am you may call me Solene because I am a dragon
Yes.
in the mind of the human.
Yes.
As a sun dragon.
Yes.
So I burn brightly. And although I often come in as white in the mind of the medium,
Okay.
it is not always so. And sometimes I am green because that I want her to focus her energy in different ways. But my true form is very much in alignment with the energy of the sun and the flames.
Beautiful. So beautiful. Yeah, I can see you. You're just a beautiful dragon.
Thank you. Thank you. My light burns brightly and blends with the medium because of the fire she has in her soul and in her heart.
Yes.
She is here to ignite the fire in those that cross her path.
Oh, yes, we believe that. Thank you so much.
Yes. And so one of her jobs here as a medium and as a transmuter of energy is to share the flame and to share and carry the various types of flames, because not all flame is here to burn, as you know.
Yes, that's right.
Just as I do not always burn those I come in contact with.
Right. Absolutely. So, can you tell us more about the different types of flames, Celine? What that's
Yes.
more about?
Yes. Yes. So each color of the flames have various meanings, obviously, but colors that you often associate with what you call chakras.
Yes.
Those colors are true to their vibration.
Yes.
So when you need wisdom of creativity, you're going to call in your dragon.
Mm-hmm.
That might be yellow.
Yes.
For that creative space.
Mm-hmm.
When you are needing to feel safe, you might call in a red dragon that you know will protect you.
Yes.
When you need to feel a voice, when you need to use your voice, you might call in a blue dragon,
Lovely.
just as the color of your throat chakra.
Yes.
So it goes the same with all of those other colors. Surround yourself in the light of those colors that you're needing to heal and you're needing to find strength in.
Mm-hmm.
So when you are creating your programs, for instance, Carey, you often can call in because you are working through a lot of times working through your crown, because
Right.
that's where the divine information flows through. And you are channeling those that information in your higher mind.
Yes.
So you might surround yourself in that purple color.
Yes.
Or maybe even choose to write with a purple pen.
Lovely.
To be creative.
Yes, lovely.
So you can work within the colors to help you achieve certain things, which is why our colors have been so elusive to this medium, or Lorenda as you know her.
Mm-hmm.
Change based on her needs of us. And she just didn't know that that's the lesson.
Yes.
That we were building up to teaching her as well as anyone watching.
Correct. Lovely.
And I am the feminine balance to her very large protective dragon that has named himself for her as Olar.
Yes.
A much larger energy and more masculine. And the two of us help bring balance in her wisdom and thinking.
Yes. Lovely.
Yes.
We love that.
What I know that you are a very inquisitive mind.
Yes, I have one.
You help our Lorenda to think in different ways. And for that, we are thankful. But also, we are aware that there are people that are watching this presentation, as you might call it, that they may glean some knowledge from this conversation.
Yes.
So I would like to ask you if you have any questions that might be helpful to the people that are watching.
Yes. And I will also say to our active chat, if you all would like to drop your questions in, I'll add them to the ones I'm going to ask Celine. So thank you so much for, again, being here. I am very curious about you as dragons. If I can start with that question. And how have you, what is your existence? How, what's your origin story with working with humans? And how can people open up and work with dragons? Because some people just do this really naturally, and then some people have never had that experience.
Wonderful questions. I will start with the first part.
Okay.
Of our origin.
Okay.
As you know, in your knowledge and learning, you learn that thoughts are can become energy into existence.
Yes.
And we were created by the Creator as a curiosity. And we, as keepers and protectors of certain, as you would call them, dimensions, in different realms. I apologize. I'm looking for the words that are relevant in your language. And we were created to oversee from above, from high points, whether that is atop of a mountain or flying through the skies. We are also the bringers of destruction in the things that are no longer working, that no longer serve the beings that might be part of that realm. And the realm that I speak of, there were no humans as you would know them, but there were beings And they were very much a society learning how to coexist and create a place to live. And we helped them through thought and our minds, because we could not communicate in the way that you do. And they, as beings, were mental mind creatures.
Right.
So we were able to communicate with them in a very mental mind to mental mind way, in much similar in fashion that you do when you do what you call mediumship.
Yes.
Connect to other realms and other frequencies or dimensions and receive information to bring into this world or this dimension to help heal people.
Right.
So we were created as out of love and as helpers. We remain in this way, but we have been given the opportunity to come in across other dimensions.
Right.
Realistically, we do help the individuals, you as the individual human, but as you know, you also have other versions of yourself in different timelines or frequencies.
Right.
When we help that higher mind, that higher soul, see things and oversee their various smaller incarnations of themselves. Does this make sense? Am I explaining in a way?
You're explaining it very well. I really do understand. And I also get that as Lorenda and I hear this information, she'll be able to hear this back. The transmission you're laying for all of us is going to be new and expansive for us in our daily life, but on an energy level, I think we really understand it, right? So it makes sense. Thank you so much. So someone has a question, and which I think is wonderful here. Jennifer is asking, do we all have our own dragons, and how do we connect with them?
You can have a dragon just the same as any other deity. If you are afraid of giant things that breathe fire, then we don't recommend you call in a dragon.
Okay.
However, if you are comfortable with the idea, then all you have to do is ask. This was necessary for Lorenda because of the kind of work that she was doing. And she was fascinated by the idea, so we aligned her with literature that helped her understand in a way that she would not have before.
Right.
And then became comfortable and in alignment. And then we were able to bridge the gap with what she knew in a way that made sense to her. And now we present ourselves to her in a way that is actually unique to us and not as a representation of the literature that she was consuming. Now, so we are very different energy than what she initially thought, but we had to get used to the idea. Now, luckily, she is open to pretty much anything as long as it is safe. And since she trusts her spirit team, she knows that whatever comes in is safe for her because they do a wonderful job of, what's the word, screening or scrutinizing who comes in. So we knew that she would be okay with us coming in. Now, if you would like to work with a dragon and working in for instance, there's someone here that's working with chakras, going back to that conversation.
Yes.
You can, through meditation, if you are working on your own chakra, call in a dragon in that color and have them work within that chakra.
Yeah.
Have them work with igniting a light in that chakra and helping it to burn brighter. We have the ability through our, what you call claws, our claws is the best word.
Yes.
We can hold them and create a circle of energy around the chakra energy.
Yes.
We can help to heal those energies for you.
Yes.
Does this?
Yes, that makes a lot of sense.
Okay.
It sounds like if we're comfortable and we feel it's right for us, we can ask a dragon that's right for us, for our highest good, to come forward.
Absolutely. And you can also, there are people here, and including this medium, and she didn't realize at the time this is what was happening. But you can travel through time.
Right.
Your dragon. They can take you to your other timelines and be a guide of sorts and show you an overview of where your other existences have been, whether that is what you might call the past or the future. Of course, to us, it's just another existence in another place.
Yes.
In time, or another frequency. There are specific dragons that are designed to, and this is what Olar does, by the way. He can take her through other timelines to see things in an overview and show her how people that she connects with now in this lifetime are in other lifetimes.
Right. That's wonderful. And so useful. Yeah, I love that.
And see the work from that perspective.
Yeah, it's incredible. May I ask you a question? Then we have a few other questions from our audience. But we heard about Mary Magdalene and the dragon tribe? I don't know anything about that. Can you speak about this? Is this something that you're aware of?
The word tribe translates to family or connected, divinely connected, in how we would put into words. And yes, there are a delegation of dragons that work with Mary Magdalene and her kind.
Right.
And it is in that way that I was trying to explain in working with different aspects and giving higher perspective, because we fly above and we sit above and see things from a larger, further perspective.
Right.
Yes, Mary does call in and utilize dragons in multiple ways to help with the balancing forward. There's numerous ways, but balancing energy, creating the balance between the divine feminine and masculine, which is often why we don't just have one, but you often have more than one, unless you are so far pulled one direction energetically that maybe the dragon of the opposite divine energy needed to help balance.
Yes, that makes perfect sense. Okay, we have another question. What would be the reason for your dragon to change their eye color in a blink?
Remember, color is energy. So if they are saying to you, right now, my eye is green, and if I blink and that color changes, that tells the person receiving that information or seeing that change that it is time for them to look in another direction where they need to work.
Yes.
Just like I only show up with the medium Lorenda in a certain color that she needs to focus on. And if she's mindful of that particular color, then she'll know as she goes about her day or her week or her interactions in that moment where she needs to focus her energy. So if you are interacting with someone, for instance, and you get a flash of your dragon eye, and that eye changes colors, it is important for you to take note of that color and what that color means to you in that moment. It may not represent chakras to you. It might represent a different thing to you. If blue, for instance, for you is peaceful and not necessarily about the speaking voice, if it means peace and love to you, then in that moment, if you see that change in color, that is where your energy is going to be best utilized. You can transmute that energy that your dragon offers you in the blink of an eye.
Exactly. Oh, I just love that so much. That's so beautiful.
You can do the same. You can close your eyes, embody the new color.
Yes.
And shift your energy that quickly.
Color, it's like color therapy, color transmutation, color magic. That's
all we are in spirit world, really, is just color.
Yes.
And vibration and energy. And so that color you are seeing, maybe your dragon is red one day and then the next day it's blue. Take note of what those colors mean to you on your journey.
Right. That's important. I want to reference back to something that is with the flames you mentioned. Now, there are some people I know that are on a spiritual path, and they work with something called the black flame. I'm just going to ask you about it without giving any context to it and to see what your answer is when you hear about the black flame.
Black is all colors. So when you are working in black flame, just like when Olar presented himself at first, very first time, he was black.
Yeah.
Representing all colors. So the black flame is a representation of any and all energies combined in one. It's very powerful. It is not to be taken lightly.
Right. That's the way they are with this.
There are many that work with it as if it's just a magic trick. And it should be treated with absolute reverence and care. When you wield things like that, you are wielding all the energies that Creator has brought to this existence.
Right.
That is much power. And there are many people who claim that they can work with this black flame, and they are not.
Right.
Or they are misusing it.
That's true, actually.
And there's a lot of fear around it. And there shouldn't be. It's just very powerful. And so just like you should not fear a very, very large, powerful dragon, for instance.
Right.
Unless you're not paying attention and get underfoot.
That is true. As it is with the black flame. Amazing.
Absolutely. And the one thing that I would encourage those working with the black flame to recognize is the sparks of gold and photonic light. Intertwined in the black flame. Many people don't acknowledge that. They don't see that bit of magic. And that's what this all is, for lack of a better word, is magic.
That you're absolutely right.
And that's just like the dragons, we can warm you with the flame, or we can destroy you with the flame.
Pretty much. Mm-hmm. That makes sense. I'm so glad. That was an amazing answer and actually very accurate, which I'll be excited to share more about. Now, how is my medium doing? Is she feeling a little bit tired?
She is a little bit. She's feeling a little tired. And I think she's got a little more time, because I feel like there is another question that is needing to be answered.
Okay, very good. Let me think of what the last thing I would like to ask you. Oh, I do have a question about humanity. Mm-hmm. So as you know, right now, we would love to know and be able to work with you, because we have so many challenges right now that are draining our energy on the planet. And there's so much polarity and hate and harm for humans. And so we're trying to understand the path ahead, the path forward, and what we need to, how we could transmute this, but also what's coming.
It is so important to turn inward.
Right.
And to be very heart-centered. It is not selfish to protect yourself and your energy.
Right.
And through your meditations or inner work, you can invite us actually to fly with you above the situations, to know your place. While it is hard to stand by and watch such destruction, it's not always your place to fix it.
Mm-hmm.
It may not be what you came here to do. And you might need to fly above a situation and ask what your place is in this journey.
Mm-hmm.
It is not always your place to fix. It is not always your place to vocalize.
Right.
Many of you, especially you, Carey, especially the Lorenda, and many that are watching that are healers.
Mm-hmm.
Your job is not necessarily to fix. We are holders of space, and we are keepers of safe space. And sometimes people just need to know that they are safe.
Yeah.
And you can call in all of us. We are happy to circle around you, you with our fire.
Yes.
Others and from harm. It is not selfish to protect yourself and to protect your own energy.
Yeah.
As you navigate through the world of hate and repeated history, you have to understand, I'm sure, that we see all the timelines. This is not the last time you will encounter what it is you are facing now.
Right.
The key is not how to fix it or how to resolve it from within that problem. It is how do we navigate it individually when our home lies within us.
Right.
Our home is inside your soul, inside your body. Your light protects your light. And if you can protect your light and expand your light to show others that you are a safe place, they will gravitate to you, and you will teach them how to protect themselves and how to navigate through this. This will resolve, because it's the balance and the pattern of humanity, unfortunately. This is just part of human existence.
Right.
There will be war. There will be lots more people and humans that die, and that are irreversibly hurt. And we can only do our best to hold space for the souls that came here to complete their mission. And that is where you must sit with your spirit team to know your place in the mission. Is your place on the front lines fighting? It may very well be. Is it whether you're protesting? It might be. Or is it that you are here in a space like what you have provided for so many, to provide love and assurance that other realms exist, and that you, even in death, you are not truly dead?
Right.
It's very important for people to understand that.
Mm.
And you don't have to forget what other people do when they cause harm. You are allowed to protect yourself and those you love. But you cannot entangle in the hate.
Right.
You must disassociate or disconnect from it. You still need to be aware, so you know. You need to be educated. You must have wisdom.
Right.
However, you must protect yourself energetically, because there are plenty of people in the world or in your immediate world that are filled with this hate. And unfortunately, that is the path they chose when they came in here, to create the disruption, to usher in a new time. This is all part of a bigger process.
Right. Yes. That makes a lot of sense. Thank you for explaining it this so clearly. We really appreciate it.
You are welcome.
That made so much sense. Everything you said made so much sense. And I am sure we are all looking forward to begin exploring working with dragons. Oh, how exciting.
We are here for you. There are many, many, many of us, and you just have to call us in. Wonderful. And help you with your learning. We are neutral. We are neutral beings. We are not, we don't have opinions outside of wisdom and fact.
Right, right. Sound a little bit, somewhat like the archangels, a little bit there too.
We are in a very high realm of energy that I can confirm. We are not angelic realm, but we were created by the Creator.
Right.
Just like the angels were.
Mm-hmm.
Different realm, and we are very neutral like they are.
Right, correct.
As you have said, as I'm being told, you have said they mean business and they get down to business. That's a funny phrase.
Yes, that's very true.
But it's very true. They are neutral. They bring their swords, and they're not afraid to cut out what is no longer working if that is what you need. But all you have to do is call upon them.
Yes.
Because they will also bring a cup filled with love. And that is what we do. We bring the wisdom, and we provide the swords if necessary. We also provide the chalices filled with love.
Mm-hmm.
And we also, of course, can bring the fire.
Yes, this is so wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Celine. We really appreciate you coming in and being so clear and answering our questions and giving us so much clarity and so much to take a look at. And we're thrilled that you are here and available to all of us to work with as a group.
You are so very welcome. It's my pleasure to finally come through and be heard in this way. And it was a long time coming, but this is the perfect time for it.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much. Thank you very much.
I will take my leave now.
Okay.
And many, many blessings from my realm and from Creator.
Thank you. Thank you. Until we see each other again.
Wonderful.
Wow. She was moving some energy around, man. I could feel myself starting to get a clearing. I was starting to go unconscious and I was like, oh, we got some clearing going on in a good way, in such a good way. She was a really lovely energy and so intelligent and really, and I threw a question at her without giving any context.
Yeah.
The way she answered it was super accurate. Based upon what I know about the black flame, and that is like a very specific energy, which a lot of occultists, or I call them the left-hand path people, work with the black flame. But the way she answered it,
I've never even heard of that.
I know.
I know.
I have barely worked with it. Like I was introduced to it, but it's exactly what she said, is that it's super powerful and it can be used negatively. And the fact that she knew that without any context means the validity of what's taught about the black flame. And it's kind of like that thing where it has everything in it, but it can also be turned to be something negative. So be responsible with it, in other words. And it is definitely not your like cookie cutter intro to spirituality kind of energy to work with. So
I'm excited to go back and rewatch that.
You've got to totally rewatch that. And then, that was fascinating.
She was a cool energy.
Cool.
I could feel her move into my spine.
Oh yeah, totally.
And take hold of, like, I felt like I could have, like,
oh yeah,
like her wings were so spread, but then when it was time to talk, she pulled them down.
Yes.
And folded them in.
Yeah.
She was sitting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hi, Tammy.
Also,
dragons.
I know she works with dragons. Emma. It's Emma. Ariel. So that was incredible, Lorenda. Like I was so fascinated, and everything sort of tying in. She also mentioned, I love what she said about working with the chakras, and then color theory, essentially color magic, color transmutation, color manifestation, and the origin story was fascinating as well. That's makes a lot of sense to me, of what she explained. It makes perfect sense. And also that she definitely held the frequency of the space. Like when I didn't have, in the very beginning, I was kind of working your energy just a little bit as you were moving in, but then she was taking such good care of your human, which of course she was. And she's very compatible with your energy, which makes a lot of sense.
Yes, because when I brought through Olar, he's masculine, a lot more
exactly.
Masculine. Exactly. He feels giant and more dense.
Yep.
And not scary, just big.
No. Yeah, it's just a different frequency. It's like she's more compatible with like your true nature.
She's definitely feminine and fire.
Yep.
And I felt like she was glowing.
Yes.
Like she was very, like she had flames coming off. And actually what's funny is I usually don't light my candle before we do this.
Yeah.
I lit my candle before this.
Yeah, I know you did. I saw you do that. Mm-hmm. I have one of my decks. I'll have to find it. Reminded me of her energy. It is a Queen of Wands card and has a dragon in it. And then it's just, I'll show it to you tomorrow on Tuesday. I'll have to dig through I have to find it. But that kind of reminded me, she's very stealthy as well, just like super, intelligent. And
that was her. Yes, that was how I felt. It was like she was just so intelligent.
Yeah.
And filled with wisdom. And she's like, all you have to do is ask.
Yeah, that's my impression. And the sort of the immediacy of being able to like solve a problem or help you, I should say, feels very useful, which really makes sense that they're coming forward in this way now because of the times we're living in. And needing to simplify spiritual processes and not make it's kind of like what Mary Magdalene is saying. You just got to breathe. This isn't do the thing. It's like not some 20-step process to connect or do something.
Right. I've always wanted to be Khaleesi. That's funny.
Yeah.
Comments. I love it. Mm-hmm. I love it. Yeah. My motorcycle's name is Daenerys Targaryen.
Oh, I love that. Amazing. That totally fits. That was amazing. That was a great channeling. This was a really good night.
It was. It really was. And now I'm going to go watch Blood of My Blood.
Yay.
Get my Outlander fix. And I'm probably going to have a glass of wine to chill. Because
oh my God.
Actually, what's interesting is I'm actually really calm. Usually after I channel, I get a little buzzy and I'm like, this is great.
Yeah.
Like I am just so calm right now. And I slept in today. It's not like I'm tired. I'm just like,
I know. I think that's awesome. I think that shows the compatibility of her frequency with you too. I
agree. Very interesting. I was not what I envisioned or expected from her at all. At all. And I do feel Olar closer to me and over my left shoulder a lot more. And she tends to hang back a little bit over my right shoulder. But they're both
amazing. I love it. That was amazing.
I love that.
I hope everybody enjoyed tonight. That was incredible. And we were an hour and a half. Perfect. So that, it was fantastic. I thought this was a really good night. And a night that I think all of us can walk away with tools and things that will help us, I
can't wait to watch it back because I
know
I was pretty far gone and
you were in a good way.
I kept feeling her move me around. Like she was trying to get used to being in a.
Yeah, she did. She in her first few sentences, she's like, I could see her adjust your frequency.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. That's kind of why Lily was like, oh yeah, she's got this. She's like, I don't need to do much here.
I feel like Lily was like, yes.
I know. She's like been working on that. Yeah. Oh, thanks guys. Yeah, it was really amazing. Yeah, this was a good night. Obviously now that Lorenda and I, to be honest with you, are doing it consistently and we're showing up. It's good for all of us, because the information coming through will be buildable and you can come back and watch any of these as they come through. They're timeless, obviously. But I think it's super helpful the way it's showing because we can just get right to it. What do we need today? What's the guidance? What's the information? What's going to help this collective the most? And away we go.
And then you and I are so good at now at like, I just tell Dr. Mike, I'm like, what questions am I asking?
I know exactly. Drop them in.
Yeah. And then I'll get these random questions. I'm like, seriously? Okay.
I know. Great. Right. Love the question. Yeah. Well, this was a really, I think, super helpful. I think it was also kind of like a practical one, but also multidimensional at the same time.
And what's crazy is now that I'm thinking about it. So even though my conscious mind was way back, I felt like occasionally I was flying, like I was on the back of one.
Yeah, I can see. Yeah, yes. I know when that happened. Do you want to know when that happened? When you can go back and watch it, when you were talking about being transported to different lifetimes and places, that's how the dragons can move you. Just realize that. So when you were getting the when you were trying she was trying to help us imagine what it was like to move through these time frames, kind of like if a guide moved you through lifetime to lifetime or space to space,
Mm-hmm.
being able to assist with that. That's what her intention was. So she was probably replicating that in your energy. Whatever. So amazing. I love it so much.
All the good stuff.
Amen.
Oh, so yummy and good.
Oh, God. I'm excited. That was awesome. Very helpful.
That was good. And also, I got a glimpse of, she was talking, I heard her say, war is coming, it won't be the last or something like that.
Yeah.
And then she showed me some timeline, like way far, like probably a couple hundred years. It may only be 100 years. I don't know. I couldn't tell. But history repeating itself again, because this is the cycle that humans are in.
Yeah.
That we do dumb things and then we correct and then we're like, yeah, look at us go. And then they're better. And then we get complacent and just assume and take for granted, forgetting that lower level people can come in and destroy and dismantle from within. And all of a sudden we're like, wait, how did we get here?
Yeah.
And then so it starts all over again. So we're like kicking off another 100-year cycle easily, where you and I are not going to see this resolved.
Yeah, it makes me sad for the future generations.
But you and I at least have the 80s and 90s to remember.
Listen, do I remember the 80s? I don't think I do, actually.
I don't.
I grew up in California.
You don't remember the 80s?
Me and Mary Jane knew each other at 13 years old. So some of those years were a little bit blurry, but I straightened up quick because that's 18 years old. I was done with all that. Me and Mary Jane. Read between the lines. What do I say? Heaven's lettuce. What do we say again? Heaven's lettuce.
I don't even know.
Yeah, that's like it, because we have the legal marijuana here, so we say I don't know, something lettuce. Yeah, it's around all the stores. Like really, literally around the corner from where I do readings, we have like a dispensary.
Right. We don't have those.
I know. Yeah. A Mary J. Yeah, I can't do it anymore. I don't
like it at all.
I can't do. Yeah. Now I can't do any of that. I don't know. We'll have to talk about that sometime.
Yeah, whole other deep.
And not that one. That there's the weird thing is. Well, we'll talk about that another time. That people they've curated enough, just like wine, that you can have different strains, but still not interesting.
Different experiences.
Yes. Okay, Lorenda. So what do you have happening this week? What do you have open? What do you want to tell people? So in case anyone wants to sign up, work with you, etc.
I got Wednesday is all level spiritual development.
Mm-hmm.
Friday is trance class, but that's sold out.
Yeah.
You like the tacos after.
Oh my God, Yessie. Listen. I could go on about munchies, but we will keep it till the.
No. And I think that's it. I'm going to start pushing my mentorship again. Like mentorship.
Yay! Good. Your private mentorship for sort of development for abilities and such. I love that for you. And of course, you always are open to past life regression sessions and also your quantum healing.
Yep, I got one of those booked this week. That's going to be my past life QHA. Actually, you know what's cool? This particular person, I've already regressed her twice in the last. Like she's like, okay, so by once a year, she's like, okay, this time I have goals. I want to go. I'm like, game on. Let's see what we can do here.
Oh, I love that.
I know. So we're going to be doing some little experimenting.
Oh, I'm for it.
Same. So yeah, that's What do you have going on? What do you got?
Okay, so I just opened up my 5-week Akashic Records Foundation course. I'll put the link in here because it's on my, it's right here. I love when that happens. Give me a second. Foundations.
Yeah, I didn't even think about putting a link into my class.
Yeah.
The same thing.
Yeah. So anyway, yes, I'm super excited about that. I actually did yesterday. Emma was there. A couple of you guys were there. I think Yes was there too. I did a here we go. I'll put it in the chat. So I did a workshop for it yesterday, which was fantastic. I loved it. Make sure though, if you guys are going to do it, I have it has, you want to kind of take a look at the timeline because it has a pre-sale price and the price is going to go up at October 6th. So just check it out. It's on the page. That's the first thing. Good. You did it. Oh yeah. That was such a great class. That's the first thing. And I'm always doing mentorship is open. I just filled another space. I probably have I'm doing 3 people right now. So only one more space. I only do 4 people at a time. I am so excited because I'm working on my 13-month, 13 moon priestess path program. And then my Akashic Records program. And that's just taking a ton of time. And then I'm always open for sessions if anybody wants all the things I do with readings and past life regression and Akashic Records. If you want to do some multidimensional healing in the Akashic, let me know.
Yep. I love it. I love doing the Akashic Record work. And I love that you and I both do that. Like we both do that. I don't necessarily sometimes we'll do it in my class, but
but you're integrating it into the works. And that's that's the way I work it when we do it in Goddess Rising, and Goddess Rising too, by the way. You guys know my membership. Everyone here knows it, man. But I just love doing the journey work. And then you can just people can learn it. And then some people are going to want to specialize in that and then do that. And then some people just want to dip in and do their thing. And then bada bam. That's how it should be.
Bada bing. Now we're dancing.
But also Lorenda and I are definitely, hatching plans for the future.
Yes.
So we are hatching plans. We're going to have stuff going. We're going to know more in the next probably couple of weeks.
Yep. Also, by the way,
yes,
Thursday, I do my crowned medium, 10 to noon. Thursday
morning. Ooh, yes. What are you going to do this week?
So this week, I just finished a book that someone gave me remember the book that Rosemary?
Yes.
I just finished it.
It
was so good.
What was it about?
It was called The Last of the Moon Girls.
Mm-hmm.
And it was all about basically these women who had belief systems of how to do, they were witchy. It's a witchy family. They live in and the one who chose to move away had to come back. I don't want to give away too much.
Okay.
Had to come back to handle some family stuff. And then there's a whole thing that goes with it. And then things were resolved, but then realizing what was cool was each female in the family for generations had a book of their name, a book of whatever, Elizabeth, whatever.
Yeah.
And they are gifted that book by their mother or grandmother at the age of 18.
Wow.
And so you start writing your story in that book. But the whole idea though is this particular family was oh no, we are moon women. We don't get married. We only give birth to baby girl. We have girls and then they get married. And it's this pattern of expectation and then how to move through that. Now here we are in this, as a new generation. How is this next? How do we resolve that, or how do we move through that, or what does that look like going forward? Do you continue doing that? So just looking at expectations, that's what I want to talk about in my show on Thursday. Expectations of legacy.
Oh yeah. That's a really good one. And how to remove those patterns.
Generational patterns. And at what point do you go, okay, I understand why we started that, but why are we finishing it? but also how do you still pay homage to
ancestors,
the ancestors that laid that path before you and got you where you are? And how do you create your own path?
Yeah, to move through the karmic framework. That's like, that's the one.
I'm going to be sitting with my dragon probably with that one.
That's a goodie one.
But also I feel like one of my master teachers, Moon Dancer, had a lot in that, because I got to the last 2 chapters of that and I'd been like, oh, this is a great story. It's like, oh, okay, I see where this is going. Kind of last 2 chapters, I'm bawling, not because it's sad, but just taking it all and putting it into, and just like tying the bow on it.
I get it. Yeah, that makes sense. And it was more of the inner knowing that's there.
And just really pulling it all together. And so that's what I think that's what I really want to bring together and talk about on Thursday.
Yeah. Yessie's question's a big question about healing and about someone moving past that specific condition. That's a big deal. One thing I thought about, if you're looking at it from an energetic perspective, there are people who, where you can get energy healing done and with that can work with different conditions. And I don't have enough of a specialty in that. I would say if you were going to see someone, you'd probably want to go see, the one that you sent me to. What's her name again? I forgot.
Debbie Loshbaugh.
If for me, like, I would recommend maybe her husband. I'm just saying, I don't know. She does a lot of different conditions. The only one she doesn't do is cancer and then drug addiction. Everything else she does.
Right. But also, yes, he messaged me. I think how I have been shown through the multidimensional channeling that I do is there are some things that we come in and know that we're going to be doing.
Oh, yeah.
And then there are some things that happen to our body that shouldn't have happened, or if it's carried over from past life, or if it's stored up here and it creates a problem.
Yep.
So I think it's important to find the origin and the why.
Always. Yep, that's you and I
and Debbie does Debbie's.
And Debbie does that, yeah. And I think that's the thing, and that's the
why, but she's better. Like that's
and also too, she works much more with the medical. Just to be honest, like Lorenda and I,
this is mine.
Yeah,
this is Debbie's.
Yeah, and mine, what I've been doing for the last 4 years with the way I've been working with Archangel Raphael, I'm almost at that point, and right now he has me that I'm going to be creating like a list of of conditions, which I didn't think I was going to be doing that. But also there's a whole way that I'm working with my systems for clearing, but Debbie can take care of it like now.
Yeah, and she can, because she can get in and very quickly identify where.
That would be what I'm sure you'd agree, because you're the one.
I recommend her quite a bit. Actually, yes, she's on my website,
and she's affordable. I think considering
she is considering what you get. Absolutely. She's on my website under here. You know what? I'm gonna pin it right now.
Yeah, just drop it in there. She's so worth it. I recommended another client to her who has a lot of trauma that she's done different types of things and hasn't been able to get the breakthrough she wanted. So
let me find it. Copy. And her name's Debbie Loshbaugh. She's freaking amazing.
Yeah,
tell her that we sent you. I send people there all the time, but she's like,
I know.
Yes, you do. I'm like, listen, I
did. I told her. And then I said, Lorenda Carr. She goes, yep. I was like, yep.
I fully believe that I'm doing this work because of the work she did on me.
Oh, for sure.
Because there was a lot of blocks there that I didn't understand.
Well, yeah. And even if you're the most psychic person in the world, or you're doing healing work, sometimes you just need someone who literally gets in, looks at your energy, and knows, because you can't clear it yourself. It's just, that's kind of a thing.
Right. Absolutely. So, all right.
We
are done. Now you and I are going to stay in chit chat.
We're going to hang out for a while.
Yeah. But for the rest of you, have a good night.
You guys, thank you so much. It was so good hanging out with all of you. And we will all see you this week.
Yes, for our various adventures.
All right. Thanks, everybody, for your support. All right. Take care. Bye. Ciao, ciao for now. Ciao, ciao for now.